Web3 knowledge is. It's a closed event. So coming here, our agenda should be to build at least 2 new good connects and share our valuable insights with. If everyone in the room have 2 new good connects at the end of the day, we'll consider this as a success. Now we have 3 speaker sessions lined up from some of the top global projects, a crypto quest that will test your overall knowledge, and highlight of the series, open mic sessions that will give each of us opportunity to come forward and showcase what they are currently doing in the ecosystem. So without any further ado, let's first start with the open mic session that has been highlight of the series. So we can keep it very simple. Any one of you can come up, introduce themselves, their name, which organization they are representing, and what they are currently doing in their current role. So any one of you want to come up, come forward. Here we have. So we have with us Matt Peterson from OP Crypto.
How's it going, everyone? I'm Matt at OP Crypto. We are a pre-seed stage VC in the space, based out of New York. We also have a presence in China. And it's my first time in India. Super excited to be here. The food is amazing. And we are looking to basically develop a stronger presence within India. We have one portfolio company currently based in India, and looking to basically expand that. I see a lot of talent, especially on the developer side, and look to basically help harness the talent in here and develop a stronger Web3 ecosystem. We invest across the stack. We look at lower level infrastructure all the way up to consumer-facing applications. Currently, we're a little bit more focused on the consumer side of things. I think that a lot of the infrastructure in this space is there, and it's ready, and I think now a lot of what we need is just apps that are intuitive, also for Web2 people, to have good content. I think a lot of Web3 social and Web3 consumer apps lack good content. So that's a main focus for us going into the next year. But yeah, come find me if you're building something cool, and thanks for listening, guys.
Thank you so much, Matt. Quite an interesting start to it. Anyone else who wants to come up and speak their minds? Shubham, he's from Bold, one of the recognizable games in the NFT gaming platform.
Hi everyone, happy to be here again. I was at Blocktalks 1.0 as well. So we at Bold, we are building a sports gamified platform. Currently we are building games on cricket. It's an entire platform play. Instead of a single game, we have multiple games. Some are hyper casual for the casual fans, and then we have strategy games as well, wherein you need to acquire an NFT or a player card, let's say a Virat Kohli NFT, and then you can use that player card in playing strategy games. Multiple strategy games like our usual fantasy, trump card games, and cricket simulation games as well. We are building on Ronin chain, the same chain as Axie Infinity, and we are planning a token launch in Feb. Currently we have our apps live on Play Store and App Store. You can try it out. And this Stay Connected will be doing an airdrop in January as well. So we'll be sure to drop some NFTs as well as tokens. Yeah, I think we also featured in Shark Tank in February. I think, yes, so the plan is first we get done with cricket, we copy the entire playbook to other sports, because other sports also have this tradable card thing that can be scaled. Currently, I think, yes, so recently we had a fantasy launch just before the World Cup, and we are happy to see around a 5x user growth, because as you know, World Cup and IPL are the prime spots. So just stay connected. We have a token launch in Feb, and we'll be doing an airdrop in January. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Anyone else who would like to come up on the stage? Here we have someone from next. Your man.
Hi, my name is Avinash. So I went to crypto from 2017, finance guy. Launched 542 exchange like last month. Okay, so it's an MVP launch we have done. It's a INR crypto perpetual futures exchange, a slightly longish name. Basically, what we do is that you can basically trade in perpetual futures using INR in an Indian exchange. That's what we do. Basically. For example, BTC INR, you can transfer funds from a bank account, pay a long bet or a short bet on BTC up to 30x leverage, and once you close a position, you can basically withdraw the amount back to your bank account, Indian bank account. So that's what we do. Why crypto exchange? Another crypto exchange. So basically, if you know that in India you are doing spot trading, 1% TDS, no setup or losses allowed, and 30% flat tax. Basically, all these fees not applicable on futures. So you don't need to pay 1% TDS, and it's like here there is no ambiguity here. No 1% TDS, setup or loss is allowed, which basically means that if you have a loss in BTC and if you have a profit in E, you have to pay tax on the net. Or you have to pay tax on the gross amount. And third is obviously that you pay taxes based on your tax bracket. So if you are in 20% tax bracket, you pay tax on 20%, not that. So that's I think one of the reason why obviously you want to trade INR crypto futures. And why INR? Because most of us are familiar with INR and many of us don't want to go to like international exchange and take that risk and we do it. So that we have started last month as an MVP. Only web is available right now. App Android should come sometime this month, and iOS next month.
That's great. A quick question here, quick follow-up question. With so many with crypto in the gray area in India, what are your thoughts about that?
So as I said, so I was this Zepay from 2017. I was CFO of Zepay and became CEO of Zepay. Okay, so I have been into this, and it's all regulations. Especially banking issues. Banking issues are not new, for example. It's like always crypto industry plays that. Okay, so thing is that 2-3 points. Any industry you say, especially technology, regulation comes much later than business. Okay, that is one. Second is, I think more importantly for people who are sitting here and people like you and me, if let's say today law comes, everything is clear. Crypto is legal, everything is real, these are the 10 things you have to comply. Okay, then what will happen is that all the bigger players will come. Right now we are being able to build the business because we are living in a regulatory arbitrage. Personally, I can take the risk. Paytm can't take this risk, right? Okay. Tomorrow when the law comes, Paytm will be able to take that. So we still have, I think, 12 to 18 months where people like us can actually build a business and make an impact and become big enough by the time regulation comes that we can have an impact on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for it. Anyone else have any questions? Okay, we have someone from Glow Roots. I can see from the T-shirt. Wants to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Yamini, I'm one of the co-founders at Glow Roots. We simply solve for off-ramp and payouts for contractors and employees across the globe. It's a fixed pricing model of $29 per person per month. And if it's an off-ramp, it's a 1% fee on top of that. I think one common factor between building global remote teams and Web3 is that we truly believe in a borderless economy. And this is a seamless way to build your team without having to worry about compliances or payouts and subsequent year-end filings for that. So do hit me up if you want to know about how to compliantly build your global remote team, whether it's full-time employees or contractors. If you want to pay them in cryptocurrencies, if you want to pay them in fiat, both is possible. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from you guys. If you have any questions right now, I'm happy to answer that as well.
Anyone has any questions? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyone else here? Okay, we have another one here.
Yes.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tyler Choi. I am the Partner Relations Manager at Stradium. Shardium is a new sharded EVM layer 1 chain. In an age of alt L1s and layer 2s emerging, why is Shardium coming into the scene? What are we trying to solve here? So Shardium is attempting to be the first linearly scalable chain. What does that mean? So the reality of chain state is that the bar has been risen for max TPS. So what this means is that new chains that emerge start off with super high TPS, super low fees, but this bar that has been raised is still fixed. So this means that with more traction and activity, fees goes up, speed goes down, that raised bar is still up. Shardium is the first linearly scalable chain, meaning that the network is designed to autonomously detect the bandwidth required to meet the current level of demand. So the network can expand and contract to meet the real-time demand. This way, we're actually able to keep fees at a fixed minimum rather than having a variable gas rate. Why is this super important for us? Because in order to actually enable mass adoption and bring in institutional capital into the Web3 era, we need to provide a reliable solution, something that doesn't vary and spikes at random times. So this is the problem that we're solving for. Our go-to-market strategy has been to pursue emerging marketplaces where the dollar price was significantly higher than it might in Western nations. So we've been very active here in India. India has been a very powerful and very important place for us. We're also very active in Nigeria, Ghana, Southeast Asia, places like Vietnam, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And so currently we're in beta net. We've been beta net for some time because we are not a fork. We're not using a stack. We are building a layer 1 from the ground up, and this requires a lot of trial and error, breaking things really fast, iterating, and we're almost there. We will get there. So thank you for your support. If you have any questions with regards to this, we're happy to talk about partnerships, collaborations, and investments as well. So please feel free.
And then going to mainnet.
Yes, when mainnet. Question comes up all the time. So we are going to be feature complete by the end of this year. Our audits are ongoing right now, and then we will have an incentivized testnet, and mainnet is planned for Q1 next year.
Q1 means March 2000.
Yes, Q1. It's probably going to be February, March time. Thank you very much.
Seems like finally the mainnet is finally coming. Anyways, let's welcome our first speaker. He's a hardcore Web3 enthusiast. You can see it from his tattoo on his neck, Web3 that is embedded on his neck. Let's welcome Ilya Orlov from Switzerland. He's founder and CEO of File Market. Let's go, guys. Please give a round of applause for him.
Hello, guys. So actually, I was born in Russia, but I was growing up in Switzerland, living in the last 3 years, and right now I'm based in Vietnam, which is part of my team. We've been building File Market for 1.5 years. I'm in the crypto space since 2016, so I've failed so many projects that right now I finally know what not to do actually. Because, like, if we're gonna be honest, like, Web3 space is changing so rapidly, and no one really knows actually what it's gonna be in 1 year. So I think that if you're a founder and if you have a team, the most important skill here is just to be flexible and to be open, to truly understand the trends and the technology. So File Market is a peer-to-peer file sharing platform for trading any digital goods, but we are looking into data file direction. So we want to mix up like data file sharing, storing together with this DeFi mechanics. Because what we do is that actually people can sell any kind of a file, like 3D model or Excel spreadsheet or a JSON file or like like front-end libraries or a setup for Blender nodes, for example, so specific like visual effects. So pretty much it's all about tokenizing all this kind of like I call them industrial assets. And if the assets are already tokenized, then they will also become part of the Web economy. And the direction we're looking into, we're most excited about is data economy. FilePoint is definitely the leading project in this space. So that's why we've been sticking with their ecosystem since 1.5 years. We ranked on them, they went to their incubation program, and we became months in FilePoint and IPFS ecosystem. And now finally we are also part of the Protocol Labs network. They're helping us right now to get into the corporate acceleration program. Also Techstars today, and we're also raising VC right now. And it's seems that we are finally really close to getting to the League of Champions. So it's great to be here, guys. I love Bangalore. My mom lives in Nepal since 6 years. My mom has venture business in Nepal. So there's so many stories about the Indian culture and Indian culture in the world. And now I finally understand what she was talking about all the time. Because I believe that you guys as a nation, you have something very special. It's something that no other nation has. You have the kindness in your heart. And I believe this is the essential, one of the essential skills to build the world, the future society. May the force be with us, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the introduction and thank you so much for the journey.
That's my presentation.
Yes, please. We have
Alright, I'm back. I need a clicker. Or I'm just gonna, yeah, let's go first slide. First slide. Can we make the lights down a little bit? I mean, it's possible to make the lights down.
Yes.
It's gonna get a little bit more romantic. Yeah, I like it. Perfect. Alright, so File Market is a decentralized peer-to-peer file sharing platform trading digital goods. And we are proud like, to be one of the projects which is trying to deliver some kind of a real value. Like, because what you see in the crypto space, it's mostly speculation and kind of a gambling story. But we believe that there are a lot of use cases how crypto would improve like, our everyday life. So here we have a video. It's a video, just a second. Open up the right, guys. Yeah, give us just 1 minute. We're just going to launch the main presentation. No, actually, there was not. Actually, I'm not going to talk like, so much about File Market right now. I want to talk more about, in general, like decentralized storage and why it's important. The File Market comes out of it, like out of this whole vision. No, I just. You guys, you gotta wait until it's just 1 minute. We got some.
Just hold for a moment.
It'll take a minute, but I think you guys should catch up with Ilya outside this as well. I was just having a chat with him. He had some interesting analogies how he's relating crypto with the power of magic, how it has a positive side, how it has a negative side, and a whole other range of 80-90% people who doesn't even know about it. Yeah, it's his community.
Okay, yeah. While we're turning on the presentation, like we also have, let me tell you quickly the story. We also have like our fun project, which is called DAO Web3 Jedis, and wherever I go, I create local Web3 Jedis group chat. So I believe that there's a dark side and a light side. There's Siths and Jedis in the crypto game, and most of the people who live in the world, they're like muggles from Harry Potter. You know, the guys who don't know about magic. So you all are not muggles, guys. So that's. Congrats about this, like, so you are already on the right path. It's great. So, I'm here. And by the way, if you choose the dark side, you can get success much quicker. You need 2-3 years because you are abusing the force. But if you truly good organization with the force, you'll need much longer time. You'll need 10, 15, maybe 20 years to come success, but you're going to be able to save something very important in your heart. by the way, maybe this relates to India, by the way. You know what I said just right now? It looks like India is a nation of Jedis. But Sikhs are also here, of course. Alright, so yeah, by the way, Mead, it's not created with AI, that's one of my artist friends did this one. So it's like a data center which turns into a temple, you know, and because I believe that actually Ethereum is going to be a new global jurisdiction, but in general, the Web3 space seems for me like right now as a religious movement actually than just like a tech store. It has just enormous social, political potential. So let's talk about a little bit about decentralized storage. I know that you have all heard a lot about this, but there's a big mess. Because if you try to Google, like for example, about IPFS or about decentralized storages, then you'll see, for example, the list of where like some gateways into IPFS are called competitors of IPFS, even though they actually use IPFS. And so we have like file systems, like which are protocols. We have different like storage providers who are literally like providing the physical storage. We have decentralized storage networks that are creating the markets for that. We have data providers, the guys who are using the services of storage providers, thanks to decentralized storage networks, and their file systems, and then we also have like gateways that help them to onboard data. And of course, the blockchain that is used to maintain pretty much the whole story. So let me also share a little bit about myself. You can also scan the QR code to connect with me on LinkedIn or follow me on Twitter. So one day the underdog met King Kong, they fell in love, and the underdog was born. I also have the brother, King Dog, but he's not with me today. So I'm founder of File Market. Also, I've launched the DAO Web3 Jedis. I was born in the middle of Russia. I grew up in Switzerland. I have like 10 plus years experience in IT. I've been building the Web3 space since early 2016. And for me, it was always an ideological story because after I came from Switzerland back to Russia, I was always trying to understand why is the life and the system is so retarded and so inefficient and so corrupted and people are so poor and uneducated. And I was always thinking what would be the tool, the mechanics that could change it all. And I believe that the transparent databases and registry, global registry systems, based on blockchains, is the only way. So why am I talking here today? Because we've been building File Market for 1.5 years, and we did that in months, and according to the reference report, we have 1% equity, we have some prizes from these global hackathons, we went through 2 stages of the FBA invitation program, and we are also finalists of the Switch Up acceleration program. This is actually the most interesting, what we really need to understand. It relates in general like the whole Web3 space, not just to decentralized storage problem. So in 2016, the whole hype was just around the token. So all startups, they were using the token, and they were giving some promises, and this token was traded on centralized exchanges. That's it. You remember, Bitcoin went very quickly up, and then it ended up also the same speed. And then, but in 2020, what we saw is that projects started to use the token and some space logic on the public chain. What is the logic on the public chain? It's a smart contract. So pretty much you take programs and logic, you put it on the public chain, and this public chain executes this logic. So we're talking here about all the space NFT, DeFi, DAO things, like staking, swapping, minting. It was like proof of concept more, it was like big experiment, like R&D process. So what we saw is that there was a huge hype, lasted a little bit longer, but then everything went down really rapidly. Because you can see that in the combination of tokens and smart contracts, it's already getting much more interesting than just a token, as in 2016, but it's not enough. There's no real value inside. So now we are finally coming to the third stage of evolution of blockchain, where we have tokens, we have smart contracts, and we have data. Filecoin in some way is the leading project in this space. That's why I'm using the local Filecoin here. But now imagine we have the data that can be controlled straight out of smart contracts. So this concept of computation over data becomes possible, and this is how we are going to come. This is where the game rules are really changing, and this is how I believe we can really come to the mass adoption. Because the data brings the real value into the whole scheme, the whole model. So decentralized web is impossible to build without decentralized storage. The whole web is built with storage. So we need hosting. Pretty much it's storage plus computation. And there are a lot of benefits that we are getting from this. It's censorship less. There is a true ownership. It's more resistant to different attacks. Perpetual storage is becoming possible. Like you mentioned, you want to leave some kind of a digital heritage to the world, but if you put it like on any kind of cloud service. But as soon as people die, like you're not going to be able to pay for this, so the file's going to get like locked or deleted. Now mention you can program the storage for 200 years and leave all like your digital heritage to the world. I think sounds really exciting. And what is also very important is that you mentioned right now that humanity for the first time in our whole history, we have the ability for the first time in history to save our history in an unchangeable way. Before this, every new emperor, every new king would rewrite it. Every new government would rewrite it. I mean, I would never think that it's so cruel, but like when we saw what Putin did with Russia right now in the last 20 years, he's literally taking it back into like Gulag state. And turning it back to the Soviet Union. It's just this guy, they don't know anything else. They don't understand Web3, they're scared of it. And the only way that they see is going backwards, which is actually very sad. So if we compare decentralized and centralized storages, there are actually like a lot of different benefits that we see there that I was actually already talking about right now. But it's important also to understand what is the proper decentralized storage. Because I believe it's not decentralized storage, it's distributed storage. It's a file system and the network. But for the proper programmable decentralized storage, we need file system protocol, we need blockchain smart contracts, we need hardware for validation, and we need hardware for storage. And this is what Filecoin actually has. But also ROE from the community Greenfield, they're also interested to take a look at it. So what is also interesting is that Filecoin is actually really cheap. And it's really cheap because of its technical architecture, but not only because of this. Like imagine like any kind of corporation like Amazon or Google, Google Drive, like they will have huge amount of people, like top managers who get bonuses at the end of the year. There's so many additional expenses. And now imagine we have something similar to Amazon, but without Amazon itself. Just like people, data centers all around the world providing their storage powers and creating this network. Filecoin is literally like the cheapest decentralized storage right now on the market. Right now it's kind of also getting like subsidized, but it is for real actually really cheap. So right now it's also pretty important to see how I'm actually classifying like the story around storage in Web3. So we have distributed storages. It's pretty much like a distributed storage has no blockchain inside. Then we have decentralized but not programmable. So it means that storages, they are on blockchain, but they don't have any smart contracts. So you cannot put your custom logic on chain and do computation for data. And here where it gets really interesting, like here we got decentralized storages and with programmability. And this is where you should be looking at, especially if you're developing something. Because data economy is definitely going to be one of the next narratives. So, but the real magic, as I was already saying before, starts when you think about the computation over data. Now imagine like Filecoin becomes some kind of a data set. And then we have smart contracts also. And through these smart contracts, AI is actually communicating with this decentralized storage and using it. And we really believe that this is the only way how to take power away from centralized operations, centralized governments, for building AI So this pretty much looks like this is the only way how to make AI that would belong to the wider audience, to people. And sometimes the masses actually have really good logic. Sometimes we say that the huge amount of people is getting stupid, but it's not really true. For example, if you would ask like all like the people in your community, like still like, on average, answer that medicine and education and environment you see are the most important topics like folks spend on. That's what actually masses like provide as their as some kind of like mass logic like organism. Okay, what is IPFS? IPFS is actually IPFS, like every file, every file in IPFS, it has its own CID. So instead of like looking for the file through the root, we just look for the file through the CID. So like each box means content ID, so every file would have a unique CID. If you cannot upload the same photo in IPFS twice because it have the same CID, but if you just burn one pixel, you'll already like another CID. And for you to look the same. But also IPFS is actually it's a network, but also it's first of all it's a file system, it's a file protocol. So that's really nice. So they're actually like right now if you're using IPFS, there are several ways how you can make your files stay on IPFS. Because if you upload your file into IPFS, actually they're gonna get deleted just like in 2 weeks. So you can either like run your own node, just like pay a service without opinion, or you can also like pretty much like run your own network node. So you need technical team for that. Yeah, if you want to use Filecoin or IPFS, you need to use this kind of like centralized storages. Lighthouse storage is highly recommended. It's an Indian startup backed up by Protocol Labs. Go next. So here we have like one final thing. Like I was talking a lot about smart contracts and decentralized storage. This is the thing you should really take a look into. It's a Solidity compatible layer on top of Filecoin. So you can deploy your Solidity smart contracts into the Filecoin, and straight from app to the virtual machine, you're going to be able to actually interact with the data. Yeah, this is our file market, this is how it looks like. We're welcome you guys to test it out. Next one. And this is how our file token protocol works. It's a good peer-to-peer file transferring protocol. We have released a file family, the biggest ever cross-marketing campaign in the Filecoin and IPFS ecosystem. Next one, and thank you very much, guys. May the force be with you and the passion.
Come on, guys, a little more energy in the room, please. Come on, they had so much energy, we need to have similar energy now. Next up, we have another speaker with us, Santosh Kumar. He is marketing ambassador at Coinex. Please welcome with a round of applause. Please, guys, come on.
Hey, it's an absolute pleasure to be here among all the directors around the world. Let me introduce myself, Santosh Kumar from Coinex. I started my crypto journey as a Coinex pioneer. Currently, I was working as a Coinex ambassador. So let me introduce Coinex through my presentation. So basically, Coinex is a global cryptocurrency exchange. When it comes to global cryptocurrency exchange, basically what is a global product? A product which is fulfilling the demands of local market and also the international market. In terms of customers relationship, in terms of collections all over the world, in terms of security when it comes to payments. So in Coinex, Coinex established in 2017. We are available in 15 plus languages, in 200 plus countries and regions. And our user base is 4.5 million plus user base. So This is our CEO and founder of Coinex, Hypoyan. He is a 90s entrepreneur. He started his career as 2011 as a Bitcoin introduction. He completed application of mathematics in Northern Western University. So he joined Bitcoin community by 2013. Then he independently coded himself making a BTC mining pool. After that, he established it in 2 months. So after establishment, BTC became one of the top world's 5th asset mining pool. So after 2 months, he launched the Coinex exchange. So what is Coinex products? Coinex has products of future trading, margin trading, bot trading, automated market trading. We also have crypto loans. So we have users of 4.5 million plus users, and we have 2,000 plus global communities. Our 24 hours trading volume is 1 billion plus, and we support 700 plus tokens and 1,100 trading pairs. So easy and convenient trading. Coinex always focus on easy access to the app, where a new user can easily understand the app and start trading in the first day itself. So users first philosophy, we always collect data from as a feedback form, and we used to develop it for customers' experience. So security and stability, we have reserve of 100% stake proof, and we recently tied up with most popular security shift, which is last month. So Westlake and Financial Services, we also provide financial services for new projects. So high-speed transaction engine. Our engine is like we can able to support up to 10,000 transactions per second without any lag. So Coinex comes under the BTC group. BTC group has 6 major companies, which is BTC mining pool. The second one is Coinex exchange, and the third one is Coinex Smart Chain, which is a decentralized chain. So Coinex is one of the first exchange which published its own public chain, which is EVM based. And BTC has established in 130 plus countries with a volume of 10 times a billion rupees in mining output. So Wallet is a decentralized wallet with multi-chain and multi-currency wallet. So OneSwap is a decentralized crypto exchange which support an NFT platform and also a prediction game. So BTC Capital is a financial service where we support new projects by funding them. So Coinex token, which is called CET. CET is basically a native token of Coinex. So Coinex CET is a ERC20 token. So basically when we start Coinex, it is a supply chain of supply of 10 billion. So how we do is like we usually repurchase and burn every month. We repurchase every day with the profit of exchange, and we used to burn it every month. So when it comes to below 3 billion, we started burning into 20%. We are the first exchange who started burning the native token until it becomes 0. So if you hold the Coinex token, which is CET, you will have VIP privileges like preferred customer service, and you will be having a trading fee discount. And the Coinex token is basically used as a gas fee for Coinex Smart Chain, and also trading fee for Coinex exchange. So we also have a ambassador program where everyone can join. Every influencer can join into the ambassador program. When you bring a lot of trading volume, you will be getting trading fee, which is like 50% up to 50% trading fee bonus. Okay, we have Coinex Market Maker, where every influencer market makers can join the market making program. At each level, you will be getting benefits of API and the instant free credit, and you also get a withdrawal limit of higher limit. But to become a market maker, you should be having trading volume of 5 lakh USD dollars. So we started establishing to the global market by 2021 and still we are establishing. Now we are available in 200 plus countries and regions. So that's all. This is Coinex.
Thank you so much, Santosh. Next up, we have our final speaker session of the day. Let's welcome Prachal, the founder and CEO of V5, a serial entrepreneur with 12 years of experience. Come on, guys, let's welcome him. Give him a round of applause.
How many of you aspirationally want to hold, let's say, 10 BTC before next quarter? No one. Couple of people. Then how many of us can directly buy today? Very few of us. I'm sure a couple of VCs in the backside, they might be holding already. But for rest of us, how do we buy a house? We buy a house by paying a small fraction, right? And the rest of the amount we borrow from banks, right? So we started V5, it was called Paxo earlier, with a very simple thought process. Can we allow people, with fixed income every month to buy larger quantities of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all digital assets in a similar manner, the way we buy a house or the way we buy a car, right? Can we do under-collateralization of digital assets? Can we allow people to borrow without putting a higher collateral as a collateral? So we came up with a model where we said, hey, we'll create a bond, leverage bond, where users can borrow up to, let's say, 5x, 10x, 20x of their own contribution. Similar way, we go ahead and put a deposit like 20% or 10% when we buy a house. Same way you can buy 1 Bitcoin today by just paying 20% of it. You can actually block it. You are not buying it. And in case of home loan or car loan, your asset is the collateral, right? As long as you do not clear the loan, house is still collateral of the bank. Same way your Bitcoin is also collateral and it's locked within the. But the good part is you can make the payment every week, every day, every month, right? And you can withdraw the partial amount, whatever you have here. So that's the structure we follow. Technically, it's same as leverage trade. Right? It's no different. It's exactly the same wrap. But the major differentiation is, in case of leverage trade, you only do settlements. But in case of leverage bond, you have a real asset in the backend and you can withdraw. That gives us a lot of new opportunities. Now, while you can hold a position, you can also put it on staking. So all the use cases like leverage farms or leverage staking can be enabled in the bond. So we are a third generation DeFi layer. I believe in the next bull run, omni-chain will be a keyword, compliant DeFi will be a keyword. We'll be hearing this more often now. And we are building on layer 0. So the whole idea is create a seamless experience, DeFi experience for users. All of us are very comfortable with WhatsApp type of user experience, Uber type of experience. But if I ask you to do a text-based trade or a leverage trade or DYDX using your mobile phone, probably it will take more than half an hour just to complete one trade. So we are bridging that layer, and we are creating an infrastructure where user experience is as seamless as using your WhatsApp app or Uber type. Our token is live. We have already launched on Linear. We have 2,000 plus users. We are doing some small trades there, around $500,000. We have more than 2,000 token holders, 70,000 community across India, Philippines, Indonesia, Vietnam, Nigeria, US. That's all from our end, from my end. Our lending pool is open right now. If any of you would like to contribute in the USDC side and earn DeFi token, you can mine our native token. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Pranjal. Thank you so much for the wonderful introduction to V5. Now, it has been a wonderful evening so far, but let's make it a little better with a panel discussion about one of the most anticipated questions, Web3 in 2024. So, we have the moderator with us, Mirzad. We'll get the chairs set up for the panel. The moderator with us is Mirzad. Then, now coming to the panelists, first we have Prayag, co-founder of Socially. Their platform is revolutionizing creator economy within Web3. Next up is Madhur, a passionate advocate for blockchain technology. He leads Dexter as CEO and founder Dexter Exchange. Next, we heard about V5 from Pranjal, but this is another topic we'd love to hear his thoughts about. And finally, Kenneth is CEO of Connect Web3 Philippines, a pioneering BPO custodial company. Come on guys, give a round of applause for all the panelists.
Come on guys, come on. Let's do it.
We have some high energy out from the panelists.
ಇದನ್ನ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡ್ಸ
Sure.
Yeah.